Okay, so there's a couple things to address. So we have to have a class. And so what I decided to do is, hi, Dax. I was hiding in my backyard and my son just found me. What I decided to do is give two paths for you guys to have a choice. And you don't have to decide right now. Hi, Dax. This is my class. This is Dax, everybody.
Hi, Dax.
There's two paths. One is an academic path, which means it took me a while to figure this out, but obviously many of you had not had beginning broadcast. And so there's things that you did not know about broadcasting that you need to know. And so the academic path would be, which would start next class period. We'll talk about that class period in a second. The academic path would be basically a slideshow presentation for me to say, okay, the first one will be the basic parts of a camera. Some of you know that. Some of you may want to choose that path anyways because it might be easy for you. It's up to, this is purely up to you. I'm not going to make anybody do anything. But there's the academic path where you watch a slideshow with me, where I teach you things. And then, I don't know why I did teach you. I am teaching you things. And then you take a quiz, answering questions from it. It's really easy to do that. But you also have to show up at a very specific time. The other thing that you can do is a practical, which is you'll actually be videoing stuff. Using your cell phone or whatever type of camera that you have. The first assignment, for instance, would be a how-to video. Dax, can you please stop that for a second?
What?
Because I'm trying to talk to my students. Okay? Yeah, go to the trampoline. Go. He wants to be with me a lot. So it would be a how-to video, but it doesn't need to be long. A how-to video doesn't need to be long. I will also be guiding you through that for anybody that chooses to take that path. So the biggest question, which comes back to you guys, is when do you want to do this? This time period right now seemed most appropriate to me, not necessarily 213, but I'm given the choice for 0 period. And we're not going to do it. I could either do it before 9 or I could do it after 2. I don't want to do it before 9, to be quite honest. And I don't know if anybody else does. But does anybody have any thoughts or suggestions about that? We need to do 2 hours a week. And that's it. We could do half an hour a day. We could do 1 hour every other day. But that doesn't necessarily mean you need to be online with me for 2 hours every week. It means you have to have assignments that equal 2 hours every week. Does anybody have any thoughts?
I like the half an hour thing.
Half an hour every day. Can, just because I could see you guys visually here, can you give me, hi, Edgar, just to catch you up, can you hear me, Edgar? Yeah? Okay, so we're asking right now whether you want half an hour, let's say half an hour every day or 1 hour every other day. So give me a thumbs up if you want half an hour every day.
I'm a
Okay. Mia, you good with that? I can't really see you too well. Mia, could you hold your hand up high? I don't know if...
Put it like next to the shades.
Yeah. You're in silhouette. Put it off to the side over here.
Thumbs
No?
up or
Down?
thumbs down, Leon?
I guess she's like a no on that. Mia, you don't want to have class at all? Put your thumbs up if you don't want to have class at all.
I just want to sleep all
Got
day.
that from a couple of you. I get you. I want to sleep too, but I have to wake up at 6:30 every day, which is actually
why?
sleeping in by a half an hour every day. So I
Why do you have to
shouldn't
get up that early?
Well, because of this gentleman right here, right?
Well,
Yeah.
some of us don't have to do like the first class.
You don't have to do the first class. You mean first period and fifth period?
This is my second class today, and the first one was like half an hour.
Okay.
This is my third one today. I've had first period, second
This is
period.
my
and the
first
last.
one today.
Okay. To let you know, I don't.
Miss
Sure, go ahead.
Miss Cheney isn't doing it, and Miss Woods isn't doing it either because she said in like her being on Google Classroom, she's like, it's supposed to like relieve stress, but it's adding more stress, so I'm just not gonna do it.
You mean
Yeah.
online meetings or what?
Online,
Yeah.
we're still assigning work. Like we still have work. It's just not making us come to online meetings.
Okay. Well, online meetings for the way that I'm going to do it, again, there's two paths, and Edgar, you missed this. There's two paths that you can take is the academic path. The academic path, you're going to get online with me. However, I'm going to do it live. Let's say we do a half an hour every day and people decide it's okay. We'll agree upon 2:15 to 2:45. Then half an hour every day, I'm going to get online and I'll have a slideshow and I will talk you through the slideshow. And at the end of it, you take a quiz. If you cannot, if you're, technically cannot make it or whatever, and you don't show up for it live, that will be recorded. Here's the thing about it though. I want to make sure that people are paying attention to what I'm saying and not just, because I'll have the slideshow posted for you. I don't want you to just look at the slideshow. I want to talk you through certain things. So, because I don't want to have to type out everything on the slideshow. And so in order to do that, there's one of the questions will be only on the video, on the live video, not on the slideshow. One of the answers to the questions will be only verbal from me. That's through the slideshow. I will record it and put it online. So if you miss 2:15 to 2:45, you can pick it up at another time. So there's that path. And again, the other path is to be able to do these projects like a how-to video. In order to do that, you need to connect with me at least once a day so I could say, okay, what are you doing? And let me help you do that, because that's been a major problem. Obviously, we went 10 weeks before we were able to get most of these features done. Great work, and it kind of sucks that all of a sudden at the end of it, when we got all those features, then we're kind of cut off from the whole system. So I want to make sure that you know and you have the ability to be able to do these things, which means for those academic people, if we choose 2:15 to 2:45, that'll be your half an hour. And for the other people, we'll choose maybe 2:45 to 3:15. But you don't have to be online with me the entire time. We'll just have a brief discussion and I'll say, hey, Dyson, let's schedule you for 2:45, and Savannah will schedule you for 2:50. And we just have a 5-minute conversation, and then you get to work and you do stuff for me, right?
Yeah.
Can you guys just comment and let me know what you think about that situation?
So would that be kind of like a one-on-one? Like for the
Yeah,
people who
Yeah, it could be a one-on-one, or we could have like a little group thing for 5 minutes or whatever. But I think the one-on-one conversations will be helpful. I'll just have an open Zoom meeting. Like right now, you could come and go as you please. But
So if like, as long as we keep in contact with you and like are corresponding daily, do we have to come to this Zoom meeting?
you have to, won't have to come to the academic session, which is, let's just call it, is anybody who wants to do the academic session, hold up your hand to your right, so not in front of your face, because I might not be able to see it. Does anybody want to do the academic stuff?
The academic stuff is like where we have like an open meeting and you discuss the slideshow, and then if we miss it, we can just watch the video on Classroom at a later date.
Exactly. And I could give you an example.
I like that, because then that gives me like a free kind of day to kind of like do stuff, and then I can, as long as I get it done, that's like what matters, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what matters.
She said really fast.
And look, it's good academic stuff that's important, especially for people who don't really know what's going on with their cameras and video and editing and stuff. And I'll give you an example right now. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so this will be the first, which would be tomorrow. There are a bunch of standards that you would need to know as far as broadcasting for an exam, if you're going to take an exam for certification. And so this first standard is camera operation. Dax, please don't touch, please. And this first one is objective 1. I think there's 7 objectives in the first standard, camera operations. And this objective is basic parts of a camera. Do you guys see the full screen and not yourselves? Because I have you guys in a strip off to the
We
side.
see.
You can minimize it.
There we go. Okay. So basic parts of a camera, image sensor, lens, body, viewfinder. And essentially, I would just be talking you through this. It's not extremely long. There's a couple of videos you see that are embedded into it. I would be posting that to Google Classroom, the Google slideshow, and I will also be posting my presentation of it, which shouldn't take too long. But as I said, one of the questions on the quiz is in the presentation itself and not in the slideshow. I encourage you to go back through the slideshow and get 100% because I want everybody's grades to get back up to A's. A few of you, and I don't know if it's you guys in particular, I know there's some people that are not here right now. Hold on, I have to readmit Maddie. Oh, that was me, and that's my, a few of you have less than C's, and we'll be talking about that more. I'll send you personal emails. You say, here's what you're missing, and here's what you can make up in order to raise your grade. But the point is to get your grades up. So you know, on the end of videotape, I'm going to definitely videotape the academic portion. I'm also have to tape the personal conversation portion for everybody's protection. Your protection, my protection. Nothing's going to happen, but I have to do that as far as part of school rules.
Liability.
What's that?
Liability.
Yeah, for liability reasons. So I'll be recording that just so you know, don't curse. Okay, that's my big thing. Don't curse. And
Got it.
any other thing that's inappropriate, we don't do anyway. So, so that will be recorded as well. Does that sound good to everybody, or does anybody have any thoughts on that? So 2:15 to 2:45, I'll do the academic thing, and then we will schedule on a daily basis conversations for anybody else that wants to make videos.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
I'd much rather just make a video
Yeah.
and send it over.
Yeah, that's
Is-
fine.
Tiger?
What's that?
Joe Exotic.
Joe
Tiger
Exotic.
King.
Oh. That's the biggest thing.
Gabby, you're
Everybody's telling you to
triggered.
watch it. I'm not.
I tried watching it.
I saw the whole series. Oh my god.
You finished the whole series?
I messed up my sleep schedule for that show.
that my sleep schedule's been messed up since day one.
Wait, so Mr. M.
Yes.
So I had a couple questions. So the videos that you posted, like the question prompts that you posted on class.
We're going to watch one of them today, a set of it today, and I'm going to do one of these every day to watch them all. The first one is what we got the most responses. I didn't get enough responses to make a big picture thing, but it'll be a little bit for us every day. Do you guys want to watch that now?
Yeah.
Wait,
I have
yeah.
one comment though about my question. And it's not like a big deal and it's not important, but that my name has no H, just for future reference.
Oh, sorry about that. I apologize.
It's totally fine. It's just
Don't worry, he spelled my name with a Y.
My name doesn't have an H either. Who did I? Oh, Donnie with a Y.
Yeah.
Rude. Yeah. Okay. So I'll share this. The first video.
Ooh.
it does it.
Somewhere around here.
You need to plug your computer in, Mr. M. It's only at 36%.
Yeah.
Donnie,
I'll
mine's
survive.
at 18.